Hi, folks. Jeffrey Guterman here. I'm just recovering from being very worried about some personal issues. I'm not in any condition to play Strat-O-Matic, but I just opened this up in case anyone here wants to chat. Hey folks, thanks for coming on here. I got really worried today about uh, some personal issues, and I got a handle on it. I'm not in any shape to play a game. I wouldn't enjoy it, but I want to just open up this broadcast just to have live chat if there's anybody who's interested. You're welcome to join in the chat. I'm learning about Bill Ivamy's approach to Strat-O-Matic baseball, advanced, super advanced. I call it a hybrid. Is that a house rule, Bill? Because when you try to throw the lead runner, regardless of what happens, the back runner, including the batter, the non-lead runner on the back automatically advance. Oh, yeah. I think in Strat-O-Matic, advanced or super advanced, that back runner advances no matter what. But you're penalizing some runners. Oh yeah, Spokane Steve likes it. You're penalizing slow runners, okay. Well, it looks like Spokane Steve likes it. How you doing, Steve? Oh, I'm doing all right, Steve. I had a rough evening last night and this morning, sort of preoccupied, worried about some stuff. Let me see what Steve is saying. Runner at first, Howard singles. Runner tries for third. If he makes it, Howard automatically takes second base. This would not happen in real life. Well, it might happen. He might not automatically, you know. Maybe you could make it so that you have to roll for it, for him to go. But if the throw is going for the lead runner, Yeah, I'm trying to figure this out here. Uh, on the throw with a runner on first and second on the throw to home, that runner on first has plenty of chance to go to third, as does the batter. I just follow the auto advance. That's an idea. Demos has an idea that only a 12 and above speed makes it, and the other holds. You're trying. It's quite interesting how you're trying to tweak the game. Folks, if you're wondering what's going on here, I'm just recovering from a spell of worry that I've had. I'm doing a little better right now, and I opened this up just to reach out and call it Strat-O-Matic Chat, and that's what we're doing. I like the idea that we're engaging in a conversation about the cutoff rule. I don't know, Steve. Solitaire, it's just, you could cut it off. I make the decision in solitaire. I have no problem at all.
He's got it all.
Oh, you moved on. Let me check my let me check my instruction on super advanced cutoff rule. Here we go. Page 4, 5, and 7. Oh, you got a game demos? I'll go watch your game. Oh, super advanced cutoff rule. Oh. Here it is. Oh, God, I don't need this. Oh, inside pitch. Maybe I'll watch it. This is too much for me. The super advanced cutoff rule. Way too much. Oh, thanks. Thanks, Dems. You're a good guy. You really are. Hey, Philip, we're just hanging out here. You couldn't see the cards or the game sheet? Wow. That's a bummer, huh? I'm ready, demos. I saw the Red Sox guy. Yeah, I saw his video. Yeah. It is too much. Spokane, I just looked at it, and I know my limit. You know what I mean? Uh, That's, yeah, give me the, I remember what you said, Bill. Give me the dice, give me the score sheet, give me the cards. I don't need anything else, even though the accoutrements or the aesthetics that demos provides are very, very pleasing to the eye. Not putting that down, but these are the bare minimums: score sheet, dice, and cards. It is very complicated. I'm not even going to read it. I started to look at it. Yeah, I mean, Demos has nice aesthetics. You know, he's got the color, he's got the logo, team logos. I mean, it's awfully nice. It's a nice add-on. You know, let me see if Demos is coming live here. Here he is. It's upcoming. He set it up. 123. uh, Here's Demos here. He gave me permission. Put my notifications on. There it is. There it is.
Your contractors will soon be asking for their 1099, and your employees need their W-2. Use the number 1 filing for.
It's just not to raise this up some, I do believe, because I'm not capturing the whole board here. So let's pull this up a bit. All right, now it says I'm back. Okay, slight. Yes, I do, inside Mr. Robert. I do come back to old favorites when I need to. Let me see. Yeah, I stole RGL's game board a long time ago, Philip. Jeff and Philip, I did not mean to take you guys away from your Strat chat. I did not know you were going to do that. You had done your video, your game was done. I figured the floor was free. And so I went through all this trouble to set this game up, and I really wanted to get it out there. To get back in the swing of things on inside pitch. Like I said, I haven't played in 4 months. Last game I played was Game 7 of the 1967 World Series. So this will be the first chance I have the game scored on Strat-O-Matic type score sheets, but that really doesn't matter. I mean, I've got the score here. I've got the spot to put the base runners, you got your benches and your bullpen, you got your line score, the number of outs, so you can kind of keep track of everything there. You can definitely put that on the background, have at it if you wish. Robert, I'm glad you're here because you know what? If I if I forget a rule or something, you'll be there to get me straight, I'm sure. All right, so we're at Memorial Stadium here in Game 1 now. There was no DH in 1979, and Inside Pitch did not make pitcher hitting cards for the 1979 American League teams. I know Robert made a generic one or whatever, but I just went for this. I just went and pulled the 1967 pitcher card. Someone's going to use that. I mean, it's really not that big of a deal. It's not going to be a factor. I don't believe that much. I looked up what the hitters did in real world for Baltimore in the World Series. The only guy that got a hit was Tim Stoddard. He was a relief pitcher. So the starters went over. So that's what I want to try to emulate, or at least you will listen. Thank you. Oh, no, I didn't, Doug, I never said I wasn't doing inside pitch anymore. I'm just I'm in Strat and I got that long project, so that's why I was doing that. But I do want to get back to this. I'm trying this old setup with the board from that I saw RJL using originally. Lots of little accoutrements and whatnot. So I'm hoping this works out. We shall see. Like I said, I have not played a game of inside pitch since September. So actually August, I think it was. So it's been about, I think it was August. Was it August? No, I take it back. It was September the 8th, I think was the last time I played. So September, October, November, 4 months basically. So, all right, so Flanagan against Bruce Keeson. And what I try to do is put the pitcher that's on the mound in the pitcher mound. Ballpark card goes here, the other pitcher goes here, and then when the half inning is over, we switch over. Runners are at the plate, and as they get on base, I'll put them at each individual bases. And, of course, keep the line score going here, the number of outs here, and you can see who's on the bench and bullpen. Orioles are carrying one extra position player. The Pirates are carrying one extra pitcher. So, I know your demo game is coming up, so maybe this is whetting people's appetite for the demo game. I don't know. But see if I can get this to show. I want to see if I can get everything in play. Hopefully everything looks all right from you guys' end. Like I said, when you haven't done a setup in a while, it can be a little interesting to try to figure it out. So hopefully it is all in place where it needs to be, and I can get going. Okay, so inside pitch, Mike Flanagan will be taking on Omar Moreno, center fielder, and we will start things off with Flanagan. It's a 4-2, and that is a blank because S1, but he's not tired, obviously, first part of the game, so that single square becomes a blank square. We go straight to the batter card. That's a 2-1, and that's a star 1, which on Flanagan is a ground ball to third. So Moreno grounds it to the sensei for out number 1. And Moreno is gone, and that brings up shortstop Tim Foley. 2-5, and that's a blank on Flanagan, so we go to Foley's card. 2-5 again is an S1, so Foley's going to single right past Flanagan. A 1-out single. And now the strategy rolls come into play. -2 on the stolen base rating, so Foley does not have an attempt technically, but we do have pickoff chances. So we still roll for those. We get a 20, then we check the pickoffs. There's no 20, so nothing's going on. That'll bring up the Cobra, Dave Parker. Another reason why I did this is because kind of celebrating Dave Parker's entrance into the Hall of Fame. Infield, of course, halfway for the double play. 3-4 is a strikeout chance. Parker against a lefty is a 10. The ballpark actually adds 3, makes it a 13, but that's a 20. It's too high, so Parker staves off the strikeout, and that's one advantage this game has over Strat. A strikeout on Flanagan's Strat card, and Parker is out of there. But here he gets to fend that off with his batter card. So we go straight to the batter card. 5-4, and that is a fly ball to right field for out number 2. So 2 down, and that's going to send up Bill Robinson, left fielder. He's in there because of the lefty on the mound. When the Orioles use a righty, they would normally have John Milner in left field, or Micah Easler, one of the two. All right, strategy roll again for Flanagan. There's no 20, so no pickoff chances. Here's Bill Robinson. 4-2, and again, that's a single if he's tired, but he can face 29 batters, so he's not tired by any means. So we treat it as a blank and go to Robinson. 1-6 is ground ball to third, and there are already 2 outs, so there's no need to worry about checking for any double plays or anything like that. We're just going to say he throws to first to end the inning, and the Pirates are gone in the first with no damage done to the Orioles. 1 half inning in the books. It is Pittsburgh nothing and Baltimore coming to bat. And now Flanagan and Keeson will change places. And leading off for the Orioles will be Al Bumbry, speedster center fielder. Yes, you did. You did the whole season. Certainly did.
Al Bumbry. Jeez, I haven't thought
Like I
of
said,
it.
I bought the set and I want to do something with it. I may do a Pirates replay at some distant future, but right now I just wanted to get it out and use it. I bought it, I haven't used it yet, so I really wanted to use it. This was a good chance to do so. Keeson, 4-6 is a blank on his pitcher card, so we go to Bumry, finish the at bat. 3-2 is a ground ball to second, so easy play for Phil Garner, and there is one away. Got to remember to move the out marker. That's something new. I'm not used to doing this setup in a while. So, all right, here's Keeson to Mark Belanger. 5-5, wild pitch, but nobody's on base, so it's just a ball one. 4-2, and that is a ballpark. That at sign would go to the ballpark, go to Memorial Stadium for the at bat. So we don't go to Belanger's batter card. We go over here to Memorial Stadium. See what that tells us. 3-1, it's a ground ball to first, and Stargell will step on the bag for out number 2. So that's how the ballparks come into play on inside pitch. You get that at sign on the pitcher card. It takes you right there. Either the at sign or the range play at sign will take you to the ballpark card. All right, here's Ken Singleton, switch hitter, right fielder. 6-1, and against a righty, that would be a strikeout plus, but against a lefty, which he is as a switch hitter, that's a blank. So we move on to Singleton. 5-1, and that's a split chance against a right-handed pitcher. That's a single pass second base. So that time the split came in twice. How about that? Singleton is aboard. He has no chance to steal, but there is a pickoff chance for Keeson, so we will roll strategy roll. Nothing happening. And here comes Eddie Murray, Hall of Famer. Chance to give the Orioles the early lead. 2-2. It would be an automatic out on a star line to a right-handed batter, but Murray's a switch hitter being left, so it is a blank. Go on to Murray's cards. 4-3, and that is a question mark 7. That's a power drive out to left field. Power drive out to left field. He is facing a right-handed hitter. Now, see, this is where I'm trying. See, I'm already confused here. He's left-handed as he's batting. So this makes, well, it could be a triple or a double, depends on what it is. And I'm trying to remember, RH question mark, is that the right-handed pitcher or that he's batting right-handed? That's, I guess, what I'm, but I guess if I look at the other cards, it's who he's facing. So he's facing a right-hander. So the 11 is going to fall in this 10 to 11 range. So that is a triple for Eddie Murray. RBI triple, Eddie Murray. Those question mark outfield results, question mark 7, 8, question mark 9, whatever, are drives to the outfield. And this factor tells us, per the D20, what he does. If this has been a 12 or higher, it has simply been a fly out to left. But since it's an 11, it's going to fall into the T 10 to 11 category. So Eddie Murray gets a triple. RBI triple. Hopefully I did that right, RGL. Pitcher hand. Okay, thank you. I figured that out now once I went to the other cards that weren't switch hitters. It just, when you haven't played a game in 4 months, sometimes the simplest things can bump you up sometimes. So we're checking for a wild pitch or anything. Kick off, nothing happening. Here's John, let it be Lowenstein. Keeson 5-6, and that is a range play. So the first range play of the game, and it's going to be Lowenstein's at bat. See where the range play comes into play. It's a 4-2, that's a star 1, and on Keeson's star 1 card, that's a ground ball to second. We're checking the range of the second baseman, Phil Garner. And Phil Garner has the best range you can have, a 5. So the only way this ball gets by him is you roll a 6. If you roll a 6, it's going to get through for a base hit. Any other roll, it will be an out. And it is an out. He makes the play to end the inning, but the Orioles do get the run. But quite frankly, there, Phil Garner saved them a second run because most second basemen, that would have gotten by them. If he'd had a 3 or something like that, that 1, 2, or 3 range, that 4 would have been higher, and it would have been a base hit. But since he had a 5, he took care of it. So we go to the second inning. Yeah, Dad, I wasn't expecting, I didn't wake up to do this either. I can guarantee you. It just something that hit me as I was drinking coffee and getting my Strat stuff together for the next Strat game. I said, I need to do something different. And so that's what I decided to do. All right, here's Pops Stargell, first baseman. He will be the next batter against Flanagan. 2-1, and that's a strikeout chance. Against lefties, Stargell strikes out at a 17. The stadium has 3, makes it a 20. So he's out of there regardless because you can't get less than the 20. So Stargell is out on strikes, and that brings up the Mad Dog, Bill Madlock. Came over from the Giants early on in the season. 2-5, and that's a blank on Flanagan. And go to Madlock. 2-2, fly ball to right field, 1 away. Or actually 2 away now. And in case anybody's watching this for the first time or hasn't seen it in a long time, I'm going to tell me what row it is on each of the cards. That's how I'm determining that. So if I roll like a 1-2 for Flanagan, that means I go to column 1, which would be a strikeout chance. So just in case anybody was watching that was curious, just know there's a method to the madness. All right, here's Steve Nikosha. He's the right-handed hitting catcher in the duo of Ed Ott and Steve Nikosha. Ed Ott catches against righty. Column 4 row, it's a walk chance. Stadium takes 1 away from the rating. His walk chance against left-handers is a 12, but the -1 is 11. But the D20 is a 1, so that falls well within the 11. And Nikosha will draw the 2-out walk. So 2-out walk for Nikosha. He does have an attempt of 1, but again, that -2 takes care of that. But we roll for potential pickoffs, and there is none. There's no 20 there, so nothing to check. And here's Scrap Iron Phil Garner. 6-1, possible error on the throw. So now we're going to see who the throw is going to be. That's based on the batter card. 4-2, it's a pop-up to short, so there's no throw needed. That's the 3rd out of the inning to end the inning. And the error chance is null and void because it doesn't make sense in that instance, or there's no throw necessary. So that's going to end the inning. We go to the bottom of the second, still 1-0 O's. Orioles won this game 5-4 in real world. They put 5 runs on Bruce Keeson in the first inning, and it held up. Hopefully we have a close game here. We shall see. Doug DeSensei, solid third baseman, certainly in the Hall of Very Good, is up to the plate. 2-2, and that's an automatic out on the star line. So when you get a double star like that, that's an automatic out. And we roll to see what the automatic out is based on the star line of the pitcher, 1 through 6. That's a 3, so the out is a fly to center. 1 away. Here's Billy Smith, second baseman. He's also in the platoon duo with Rich Dower. 6-3 is a blank on Keeson, so we go to Smith. He gets to control the at-bat, but he grounds to second on the 1-4, and there's 2 away. That brings up the catcher, Rick Dempsey, number 8 hitter. In there for his defense, not his offense. 4-4, and that's a double question mark, which is a pitcher result. We come down here, when he faces a right-hander, a 1 through 15 is an automatic out. Against a left-hander, a 1 would be a single, 2 or higher would be a blank. So since he's facing Dempsey the righty, we're in this section. We're checking to see if the D20 is a 1 to 15. It is not. It's an 18. So it's not going to be an automatic out. It's going to be a blank, and we go to Dempsey to finish the at-bat. So Dempsey caught a break, 2-1, but he does fly to left to end the inning. So at the end of 2, it's 1-0 Orioles. And the pitcher, Bruce Keeson, will lead off the top of the 3rd. Keeson, a 145 hitter in the 79 season. I'm sorry, I haven't been looking at the chat. Yeah, Tabby did decide to show up for the doubleheader. If you want to fast forward in that video to find Tabby, it's at the 1 hour and 41 minute mark. I'll give you a freebie there. If you go to that video for the doubleheader, fast forward to an hour and 41 minute mark, you will find Tabby. Might even be the hour and 40 minute mark, but it's somewhere in that neighborhood, hour 40, hour 41, something like that. Here's Flanagan to Keeson, a 1-1 wild pitch is a ball. There's nobody on base. 2-3 is a strikeout chance. Well, Keeson strikes out of the 24. Stadium only takes away 1, so that's a 23. So obviously D20 is going to fit, and that's 1 away. Get those high strikeouts when you have the pitcher batting. Here's Moreno again. Moreno grounded to 3rd, his first chance. 3-4, and that's another strikeout opportunity. Against lefties, he strikes out at a 12. Stadium adds 3, makes it a 15. That's a 6, so that's another strikeout. And for Flanagan, that is strikeout number 3. And that'll bring up Tim Foley as the only hit of the game for the Pirates. 3-1 is another strikeout chance. That's a 17. He only strikes out as a 1 against lefties. plus 3 is a 4, and that's a 17. So this is a perfect example where if Flanagan got a strikeout on Strat's card, Foley would be struck out. But here, this references and mimics his low strikeout total by making it almost impossible for him to strike out. You have to roll a 1, basically, or in our case, a 1 to 4. And that 17 is too high. So Foley will get a chance to fight it off and bat. 5-6, he's going to single to center field. So Tim Foley is 2 for 2. 2 for 2 with that single to center field. And now that'll send up Dave Parker, the Cobra. Strategy roll, nothing happening on that 4. Flanagan 1-2 is another strikeout chance. He strikes out at a 10. Stadium adds 3, makes it a 13, but that's a 14. So Parker's still alive. And he'll bat off his own card. 1-3, and he singles to left field. Now, the one thing I didn't do was make the cheat sheet, but in inside pitch, of course, you have this chart, base running chart. A single to left field, to go from first to third, you take 2 away from the base runner. So Foley runs at a 4, but with 2 going from first to third, you take 2 away from that, makes him a 2, but there are 2 outs, that makes him a 3. So that means on a 1 to 3, then you also look at the left fielder arm, and the left fielder arm, Lowenstein's a +1, so that's going to actually bring him back up to a 4. So a 1 to 4, he will get to third base. And it's a 1, he does get to third base, and since it's a 1, Parker has a chance to move up. If we roll his BR or less, 4 or less, he moves up. He does. So Parker will take second on the throw. The only reason that happened because the initial roll was a 1. That's the only reason that happened. Normally he wouldn't be able to do that, but he did it here. So with 2 outs now, the Pirates have something cooking. Second and third, 2 outs. 2 on for Bill Robinson. Robinson does very well against lefties. 4-5, that is a range play at the park. So we're going to Memorial Stadium, not only checking the result, but checking a range play based on that result. That's a 3-4, so that is a single plus to left field. That would be an automatic 2-base advancement for the runners. It would be a 2-run single, but it's a range play. So Lowenstein's range is a 4. If we roll a 1 to 4, Lowenstein takes the hit away, and the inning's over. 5 or 6, it's a 2-run single. It's a 3, so Lowenstein takes the hit away, and the Pirates are denied. One of the other great mechanics of the inside pitch, to have those things happen. So nothing doing for the Pirates as they come away empty-handed despite that late rally. And we go to so hopefully RGL, hopefully I am playing this game correctly and haven't made any mistakes. That's what I'm hoping for. Like I said, I haven't played in a while, but it's kind of, I don't want to jinx myself, but it's kind of like I'm getting the ride the bike, thing about if you it's like riding a bike kind of thing. So hopefully that's the way it is for me. We shall see. Right now, though, it is the pitcher spot. And of course, they weren't carded back then in '79, or they didn't hit, rather. And Chris from Inside Pitch does not make generic pitcher cards for DH years. So I went ahead and pulled from 1967 from their set just to get a generic pitcher card, just to have something to use there. 2-5 is a strikeout. It's not going to matter. You're going to strike the pitcher out no matter what when you get a strikeout. So struck him out. And there's one away. I made a mistake on my score sheet. Good thing you can't see my score sheet. It's a little messy now because I made a mistake. I got one guy out of line, and I had to move everything over line. So it's terrible. Good thing you can't see it. All right, here's Al Bumbry. I'm sure he will tell me. All right, here's Bumbry. 5-4. And a 5-4 is a pitch result again. No, I'm sorry, it's 4-4. 5-4 is a possible error on a ground ball. Very easy to misread a column if you're not careful, but 5-4 is an error on a ground ball possible. 3-3, it's a single to center field. That'll be a base hit for Bumbry. Checking for an error of the center fielder. Moreno's error rating is a 5, but that's an 11. That's higher than the 5, so there's no error there. And Bumry is aboard with a 1-out single, and that will now send up Belanger. Bumry has an attempt of 6 to get the lead, plus 1 from Keeson makes it a 7. So 1 to 7, he gets the lead. He does not. He has to hold. Here's Belanger. 4-5, that is a blank. So we go to Belanger's card to finish the at-bat. 3-3 is a ground ball to third, possible double play. Double play rating of Belanger is a 2. If it was halfway, makes it a 3. Keeson adds 1, makes it a 4. The pivot at second, Phil Garner, is a 0. So 1 to 4, we have a double play. A 5 is just a fielder's choice at second, and a 6, the only play is at first, and Bumry advances. That's a 5, so they get the fielder's choice on Bumry, but cannot turn double play. Belanger was able to beat that out. So 2 away, score that as a 5 to 4 fielder's choice. 2 outs for Belanger. His attempt is a 2, plus the 1 there is a 3. That's a 2, so he could steal if he chose, and he might try to do so to get in scoring position. He is a 17. The Keeson adds nothing, Nikosha adds nothing, so it's a 1 to 17, and he will steal it. And he does. We go to Singleton. 4-1. The pop out to short to end the inning. Well, the Orioles in the bottom of the third. They did put a runner at second. Came up empty-handed. But at the end of 3, they still lead it 1-0 over the Pirates. Over the We Are Family Pirates. So Flanagan, who was a Cy Young Award winner in '79, 23 wins, holding up his end of the bargain for sure. Dad, you will love Inside Pitch once you set it up, and if you have any problems, watch RJL's slow playthroughs. They're excellent, and you can learn that more from that than from reading the rule book. So I highly suggest it. All right, here's start 2-4. Plus, not only for Stargell, we add 10 to it since it's a plus. That makes it a 27, and plus 3 is a 30, so obviously that's going to be a strikeout. So Stargell is out again on strikes. He's 0 for 2 with 2 Ks. He's caught the bad luck rolls for strikeouts for Flanagan. On the way for Madlock. 3-3 is another strikeout chance. He's a 5, plus 3 is an 8. That's a 17, is too high, so Madlock doesn't strike out much, so he gets to swing 4-5, and he's going to take advantage of it and single to left field. Single to left for Madlock. His attempt is a 5, minus 2 from Flanagan makes it a 3. 15, he cannot get the lead, so here's Nikosha. 4-1, that's a walk chance. That slash on the right-hand side for right-handed batters, which Nikosha is. So we're checking for a walk possibility. Against lefties, Nikosha walks at a 12, minus 1's an 11. That is a 12. So this time the stadium took the walk away. Without the stadium, he would have walked 12 and 12, but the stadium takes one away. So he's got to earn it. 3-1, he lines it to third, possible double play. Look at the chart. Runner on first and a line out to third. You have to have a 1 in order for it to be a double play. 2 through 6, Madlock gets back. And he does. So there's no double play. It's just a line out to third. 2 down for Scrap Iron Garner. Nothing on the strategy. Flanagan, 1-4. That is a blank because it's a walk plus to a lefty, but a blank to a righty, and Garner is a righty. So since it's a blank, we go straight to Garner. 3-3, ground ball to first. That's going to end the inning. Murray will just take it to the bag himself and take care of business, and down go the Pirates here in the 4th. As they still come away with nothing and like it. Well, maybe they don't like it, but they come away with nothing. And we go to the bottom of the 4th, still 1-0. Orioles over the Pirates. And Eddie Murray will lead off for the Orioles. It'll be Murray, Lowenstein, and the Sensei in the bottom of the 4th. Keeson can face 25 batters before he fatigues. Flanagan can face 29. Unless they give up a lot of runs, obviously. 5-5 is a wild pitch. That's just a ball 1, but the base is clear. 3-6 is right here. Eddie Murray's a switch hitter, but he's batting left-handed, so he's going to be in the blank category, not the automatic out category. So Murray will get to swing it. 3-3 is going to pop it up to short. And that'll be handled by Foley. One away for John Lowenstein. Only downside, one of the downsides is Lowenstein. That's one of the downsides to inside pitch is Lowenstein has a cookie cutter created card. So bringing in a lefty relief pitcher will not affect him whatsoever. Whereas in real world, he would have really been hurt by facing a lefty. 5-5 is another wild pitch, ball one. 1-6 is a strikeout chance. 13 plus 3 is a 16. That's a 3. Lowenstein will strike out. 2 down, and here's the Sensei. 5-1, and he's not tired, so there's no single. Treated as a blank. Go to the Sensei. 2-5, and he's going to single to short. So Foley knocks it down, but not able to make a play, and the inning continues for the Sensei. He's got an attempt of 2 plus 1 there for a 3. But nothing going on. Here's Billy Smith. 1-5, that's a blank on Keeson, so we go to Smith. 1-2, it's a pop. Boy, another pop up to short. We're getting a lot of pop up to shorts. And that's going to end the inning. It looks really intuitive, and I think it has a lot of qualities that you might like. It may seem daunting at first, and it does take mostly take 2 rolls to resolve each at bat, but I don't mind that. To me, it adds suspense in some way. But you get all the players, and they're in team colors, and it looks really sharp. So that's just my opinion. Flanagan, 4-2. That would be a single, but he's not tired, so it's treated as a blank. We go to Keeson's card. See what Keeson can do. 1-1 is a star line 6, which on Flanagan, his star line number 6 is a fly to center. So Keeson will fly to center for out number 1. That'll send up Omar Moreno. Moreno is 2 for 2. 0 for 2. Grounded to third and struck out. 5-3 is a blank. There's a slash there. Against righties, it would be a strikeout chance. Against lefties, it's a blank. With it being a blank, we go to Moreno. 3-3 is a star 3, and on the star line for Flanagan, that's a ground ball to second. And Moreno is retired. He is now 0 for 3. Kind of good thing to do if you're going to stop the Pirates is keep Moreno off the bases. Here's Foley. He's 2 for 2, 2 singles. 6-6 is a strikeout chance. Foley only strikes out with a 1. Stadium adds 3 to give him a 4, but that 13 is above the 4, so no strikeout. And that's where Foley takes away a lot of those strikeouts because he's such a good contact hitter. 6-3, and he's going to take advantage of it with a single. So 3 for 3, and I know at least 2 of those singles he were following a potential strikeout that he fended off because he's such a good contact hitter, where again in Strat, a strikeout on Flanagan's card means Foley has no chance. Where this game he does get a chance. Nothing on the strategy roll, didn't get a 20, so we can't check for pickoffs or anything. Here's Parker. 3-6 is another strikeout chance. He strikes out at a 10, plus 3 is a 13, but that's a 14. So Parker is able to stave off that strikeout. 6-4 is a power result to right field against a left-hander. It goes up to 14. That's a 4. So under 4, that is a single, and it's to right field. So a single to right field, and with 2 outs, that's going to most likely move Foley over. Looking at our running chart, a single to right field to go from first to third, you add 2 to the base runner's rating. So he's a 4. You add 2, makes him a 6. With 2 outs, makes him a 7. Right fielder Singleton's a +1, makes it an 8. So he will get there. Anything 6 or higher, he gets there without a throw. And Parker will stay at first base. So runners are at the corners once again with 2 outs, and it's up to Bill Robinson. So that's another beauty of this game. You don't just get star haphazardly where Boog Powell's going to advance 2 bases on a star hit. You got to earn it with your base run. So, and it also depends on who it's hit to, where it's hit, out situation, all that good stuff. So, all right, strategy roll, nothing happening. Here's Bill Robinson. Robinson's 0 for 2. 1-1. That's a wild pitch chance. So now we do have base runners on. So we're going to check the wild pitch. A 1-9 to wild pitch. That's a 13. 10-12 would have been a possible pass ball. But since we got a 13, it's going to be just ball one. And we're going to visualize Rick Dempsey blocking this pitch in the dirt. So Rick Dempsey saves a potential wild pitch. It's just ball one. So we will try again. And nothing happening there. 1-4, and that is a blank to a right-hander, walk plus to a lefty, but a blank to a righty. So Robinson will swing away. Chance to drive home a run to tie the game. 1-1, though, he's going to fly to right field, and that's going to end the inning, and more left on bases haunt the Pittsburgh Pirates as they come away empty. 2 runners on base, left on base. Really hurts them. We go to the bottom of the 5th, still 1-0. Favor the Orioles, as the Bucks can't quite get them to act together with people on base. All right, so December 29th is his demo game. That's good. Good to know. December 29th, if you want to know about inside pitch, you want to learn about inside pitch and see everything to know about inside pitch that you were afraid to ask, check out RJL Network on December the 29th. He will be doing the slow playthrough. It usually takes about 2 hours because he explains everything. So I know I'm going kind of quick, but I mean, I would be here 2 hours doing this. So I don't have 2 hours. I've got about an hour or so before my honeydew list kicks in to have to do some stuff around the house. So that's why I'm doing this kind of at a normal pace. Hello, DJ. How you doing? Now, I realize when you first learn the game, you can't go this fast. I mean, you would get confused going this fast. But once it clicks, I tell you what, once it clicks, it is really, to me, a really intuitive game. No game is perfect, but this is pretty good. And I know I've been kind of dinging some of the downfalls of Strat. Strat's still a #1 game. Don't mistake that. But this is solid number 2. All right, here's Keeson. 6-3 is a blank on his card. So we go to Dempsey. 5-5 is another pop to short. Boy, there's a lot of pop up to shorts for the Orioles. They must have done that quite a bit. And here's the pitcher, Flanagan. Keeson, 2-3 is a possible error on a throw. So we go and see if there's a chance for a throwing error here. 6-5, that's a fly to center. There is no throwing error on a fly out. So he just flies to center for out number 2. And here's Al Bumbry. Bumbry's 1 for 2. Keeson, 5-3 is going to be a strikeout chance. Bumbry's a 10, plus 3 from the stadium makes him 13. 12 fits, so he would not have struck out normally. 10 and a 12 would have been over this number, but the stadium adds 3, and that gives him the strikeout to end the inning. Now, I don't necessarily agree with these. I don't know where these numbers are coming from. I don't know why a stadium would cause a strikeout or affect a strikeout. Seems rather, I can't even think of the word for it, but it's in the game, so it just adds something to it, like it or not. So I suppose you could ignore if you went to homebrew it and ignore that up there, you could, but I always just follow along because it's part of the game. All right. Phil Nico or Mario Soto, Cincinnati. Oh, that's opening day. I think the 83 playthrough is probably the Phillies and the Orioles because that's the World Series. That's what he usually does, I think. Okay, so they have walk and strikeout factor from the ballparks, and that's where he gets them from. So, okay. So apparently there's more strikeouts in Memorial Stadium than the average stadium, and that's why they have it in there. I don't have the numbers, so I can't really, question it. Here's Stargell. He's 0 for 2. He struck out twice. He found strikeouts both times on Flanagan's card.
Oh.
Trying to avoid that this time. 5-2. He gets a blank, so he finally gets to hit off his own card. 3-4 is a single to shortstop or single pass short, however you want to read it. S6, and that puts Stargell at first base. Now he's slow as molasses. He only runs at a 1, so he may clog up the base paths. No 20 there, so no pickoff. Here's Bill Madlock.